Previously on Ace Attorney.
So the defense believes there was another. Let us have your very serious answer then. With pleasure. Hood devil! Who could have channeled Minister Unca? Oh my god. Look at her face. It's obviously her. Look. Oh, she's not here. Look at her. Look at her. That's obviously Amara.
Take that!
Hello, YouTube. I'm Unca Crunk. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. Amara's alive. She's on the stand. She used to be Nina. Garan has ceded control of the trial back to the judge and is allowing Nayuta to serve as prosecutor again. And now for Amara's testimony. The lawyer's theory is absurd. Now I shall destroy your utterly absurd and barbarous theory. I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder. Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I had stopped channeling. My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from this sacred hall. May the Holy Mother rain judgment upon the traitor Dirk Sadmati for his crimes. Yeah, no.
Oh, such marvelous testimony! You are truly a treasure, your mercifulness.
This too is but by the grace of her holiness. No doubt my unmasking here today was her will as well.
Oh my! The Holy Mother, you say?
Yes, surely her holiness has guided me to this witness stand. And to the purity of truth.
Oh my god. Oh, how magnificent! Queen Amara, the Holy Mother's messenger, here on Earth.
Praise be for Queen Amara! Blessings! Blessings be upon her mercifulness! Where did those animals even come from?
Now then, the defense may question the witness. But remember, she is a Grand Priestess, so disrespect will not be tolerated. That means no pointing out conflicts, inconsistencies, or any other flaws in her testimony.
Kinda defeats the purpose of cross-examination, doesn't it? Cross-examination starts! Now I shall destroy your utterly absurd and barbarous theory.
Hold it!
My theory is utterly absurd and barbarous? And high-handed, if I may say so. Nayuta was right to call you putrid-minded. Surely even the monkeys of Mount Pony's holy waterfalls could devise a better theory. Surely you can steal better insults than Nayuta's best. Now then, to all of you gathered in this sacred hall, need I remind you, I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder.
Hold it!
Well, maybe you were hiding inside the sarcophagus. After all, it does technically belong to you. Bet you'd have no trouble opening it. If I had been in there, I could not be here today. For the tomb has been under constant surveillance since the murder. I would never have been able to leave. Yeah, I guess not. If I might ask, what's in that sarcophagus anyway? You're still alive, so... There is despair, sadness, hatred, and malice. Only one brave enough to see the truth hidden deep within could discover the final hope, my continued corporeality.
You completely lost me. In other words, it's empty. But no one dared to open it because they were too scared of the curse.
Now, will you dispense with your theory? It is as empty as my sarcophagus. Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I had stopped channeling.
Hold it!
I'll admit you weren't in the tomb after the murder.
Very good. But that very truth refutes your theory. Even if I had channeled Minister Unca and entered the tomb, the moment I ceased channeling him, I would have re-emerged at the crime scene.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works.
Precisely. As you said, your self-defense. Queen Amara was not there after the murder. The only living souls in the tomb at that time were Dirk Sadmati and Maya Fey. Be it in this life or the next, there is no escaping such simple truths. My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from this sacred hall.
Hold it!
There must be a reason why he had to make his escape today.
A reason? Perhaps.
Perhaps what?
Perhaps to conceal himself and lie in wait for another chance to claim my life.
What's this?
Objection!
No, it's definitely not like that, your mercifulness. First of all, you don't really believe he's trying to kill you, do you? After all, you two ran off together after he rescued you all those years ago.
That was only because he had the audacity to claim, "It wasn't me, you must believe me." It was my duty as a wife to her husband to bend an ear to him, was it not? Communication after disagreement is the secret to a long and happy marriage.
Sure, I guess. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Don't ask me. Longest I've ever had a relationship would... Okay, never mind my relationships. You don't need to know about that.
That is why I listened to Dirk. However, he didn't have a shred of evidence to support his claim. It grieves me to admit it, but my husband truly did try to murder me.
That's quite enough. It's abundantly clear that Queen Amara's testimony is flawless.
Oh, do you understand now, lawyer?
This is bad. Judge isn't going to let me cross-examine her much longer. Amara should have been in the tomb after the minister's murder, but she wasn't. I don't get it. How did she just vanish from the scene of the crime like that? Shouldn't be possible for normal people to... Or normal people. Maybe... Maybe what? Your Majesty! I think I can explain why Queen Amara wasn't there in the tomb after the murder. Very well, Defense. Do explain. I believe it was accomplished through a method only she is capable of. What? And by using this special method, it would be possible for her to literally disappear. Well, don't keep us waiting. Let's hear it. How did Queen Amara disappear from the tomb?
What? But who would she have channeled? Who's dead? Who was dead at the time? Wait a minute. Surely not. All she had to do was channel someone. The music didn't stop, so maybe I'm wrong. Then she could easily disappear from the scene of the crime. After all, she would literally be someone else.
Why, I believe that actually makes sense.
What do you have to say to that, Queen Amara? You believe that I, a Grand Priestess, would use the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit murder? Wait, the music stopped. Oh, okay. Ah! What the?
Eek! Mercy, your mercifulness! How dare you spew such vile blasphemy, Defense? You will retract your last statement or face immediate execution.
No, good Majesty, it is quite all right. Granism also teaches that we must respond at all times with reasoned principle. Therefore, I shall offer a measured response to his blasphemous accusation. You have something to counter with? Indeed. Now, are you listening? It would not have been possible to simply vanish by means of spirit channeling. After all, it would require a deceased person to channel. However, there was only one murder victim in the tomb. And that was Minister Unca. The only others there right after his murder were Dirk and Miss Faye. Had I channeled Unca as you allege, well, the outcome would have been quite odd, to say the least. For there beside the dead minister, a living, breathing one would have appeared. Even if I had been in the tomb, there was no one to channel except the deceased minister. Oh boy. Blood trail leading to the sarcophagus. Dirk saying that he would not survive past the trial. Damn it! Apollo just reconnected with him and everything. Ugh. So you see, I could not have vanished by means of spirit channeling. That's true, but... And now Dirk has vanished again. And his appearance... He and Nina/Amara have not appeared together at the same time since the murder happened. All right, I mean, they have not been findable since the murder happened. I can't rule it out yet. Because, well, what if there was another victim? Someone we haven't identified yet. How absurd. You channeled someone other than Minister Unca. You could have used their identity to disappear from the tomb. Another victim? Queen Amara. Please add your last statement to your testimony. This could explain everything. Wasn't there some sign of another victim there in the tomb? And yet, why do I sense I'm not going to like what I'm about to find out? Minister Inga was the sole victim. There was no other spirit to channel until he was dead. Have I? Yeah, I've pressed everything, except for this. I'm just going to go ahead and present my evidence.
Objection!
I can't believe I'm presenting this. But it proves that there was another victim. Still, the only ones there at the scene of the crime were Maya, Dirk. Oh, it can be.
Would the defense care to share something with us?
Queen Amara, you knew, didn't you? Whatever are you talking about? You won't tell this court, then I will.
Well, don't keep us waiting.
This case includes a second victim. One of the two people found alive in the tomb after the minister's murder was actually already dead.
But second victim, Apollo?
Queen Amara, after you channeled Minister Inga and moved to the tomb, you vanished from the scene of the crime by channeling the other victim. That explains why no one found you after the murder was discovered. Oh, you putrid pepper, of all the half-witted buffoonery to come tumbling from your lips. But suppose I indulge you and play along with your little delusion. Tell me, Mr. Justice, who was the other victim? There's no way this can be true. But I can't stop now. If this is the truth, it's the only way forward to solving this case. The other victim who Queen Amara channeled was... Listen, son, even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. There is no escaping death now that it has its sights set on me. He wasn't talking about illness. He was talking about the fact that he was already dead. Dirk knew everything, but he couldn't bring himself to tell me. I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. He couldn't accuse the love of his life. Sad truth is, the other victim channeled by Amara was...
Take that!
What? You can't! That's not possible!
The defendant, Dirk Sadmati, is the one Queen Amara channeled. He's the other victim.
This is insanity! Polkunka! Apollo, what do you realize what you're proposing?
Objection!
I demand an explanation, Mr. Justice.
I don't know when or why Dirk was murdered,
facts and evidence speak for themselves. And this is where they've led me. I see. After Inga's murder, Dirk and Maya were the only ones in the tomb. But if one of them was actually dead and being channeled by Amara, it can't be, can it? Dirk's bloodstain at the scene of the crime was the clincher for me. He wasn't even injured, so how could he have possibly bled that much? The only logical explanation is Dirk had also been murdered.
Objection!
That's enough. Your explanation cannot be the truth. And you would not dare to claim to have proof to support your assertion. Yuta, I wish it weren't true. I wish with all my heart that I'm wrong. But as much as I don't want to believe it, yes, I can prove it. Dirk's killer must have hidden his body. It would have to be somewhere nobody would ever look. And there is only one such place. You truly have proof. The fastest way would be to actually have someone go check the tomb. Go check the tomb, but why? Because I believe Dirk's killer hid his body here.
Take that!
You would suggest Queen Amar's sarcophagus, the only place in the tomb that no one would dare to look. Plus, the killer would soon become trapped by hiding in there. But a body? Well, that's a horse of a different color. Which means... I believe we must search the sarcophagus at once. Your Eminence, being that Queen Amara yet lives, I trust we may now open it. If we must. Your Majesty, I believe Detective Sky is still there at the tomb. Let us contact her at once and have her conduct a full investigation into the matter.
Well then.
Now then, Detective Sky, your report, if you please.
I'll start with my findings.
Please, please, please. Please let me be wrong about this. Just want things to be as they were.
A search of the sarcophagus revealed a body that appears to be several days old.
A body? Detective Sky, tell me it wasn't Dirk. Tell me my whole theory was completely off base.
I have a photo of the body, and I have positively identified it as Dirk's son, Marty.
Dirk! No! Why? Why did this have to happen? Damn it, Dirk! Answer me! can this be?
The traitorous snake, the very head of the insurgency, murdered. Oh, what a joyous day! Those fools shouting for change and revolution will finally return to whatever rocks they crawled out from under.
What was I even fighting for? Apollo,
What am I supposed to do now?
son. A lawyer. Should never look the way you do right now. A dragon never yields. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto the prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth.
But Dirk, what if the truth is that you're...
Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all.
You believed in me that much, Dirk?
Dirk, I think I finally understand. I can't yield. Not now, not ever. Not after Dirk believed in me, despite knowing what was about to happen. Besides, Dirk left me with two things I must do. Are you all right, Apollo? Sorry about that, Mr. Wright. But I'm fine now. Apollo. Detective Sky.
Yes?
How sure are you that the body's been there for a few days?
I'm positive. No autopsy's been performed yet, but I'd say it's been at least 3 days. Fortunately, the low temperature inside the sarcophagus kept it from decaying. Oh, and the chest area bore 3 gunshot wounds from a small caliber weapon.
Anga.
I believe they are the cause of death.
All right. At least 3 days, huh? That means Dirk was already dead by the time he came to visit me back in the States. Then who was channeling him?
Wait a minute.
It couldn't have been Amara. Nina's absence would be noted. Wait. It had to have been Maya.
But how?
Oh, damn it. We'll find out in a minute.
think it would have to be someone who could get into and stay in the U.S. without arousing suspicion. Well, that explains how he got there. I was wondering. It also had a solid cover story so they wouldn't be seen as missing. I believe this is who was channeling Dirk when I saw him in the States. Where is she?
Take that!
Aya? Oh, I see. She was being held hostage at the time, so it seemed only natural that she wasn't around.
Right, and do you remember what you said earlier? So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding? Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say. You made a promise to Dirk? Mm-hmm. Pretty big one. Dirk didn't want his own death to be known. The other members of the Defiant Dragons would lose all hope if they found out. And that would snuff out the flames of revolution for good. Ms. Faye, Dirk told you to keep quiet about this, didn't he? I guess it's no use hiding it anymore. Yes, I promised not to tell. Dirk made me promise before he died. So I was right then. Apollo? There's something I need to tell you. It's about, Dirk's final moments. I'm listening, Miss Faye. What happened in his final moments? It was soon after I was kidnapped. Dirk paid me a visit in that tomb where I was being held captive. Say it was a few days before Mr. Inga's murder.
Hey, young lady. Time to get you up and out of here.
Oh. It's that revolutionary guy.
I'm here to rescue you.
You are? Why?
I figured things were a little too quiet with that stamp-sucking scumbag. So I started digging around. That's when I found out you'd been abducted.
But why would a rebel help me?
Let's go before it's too late. It already is for you, pal. Long time no see, you rebel blowhard. Inga, I know you're up to something, and I'm going to find out what.
Well, damn.
Ah! That's gotta smart. You've become a real thorn in my side, see? So it's time for you to be pushing up daisies.
Dirk!
Did you really think a pea shooter like that could kill a dragon? What the? What are you, some kind of freak? Nuts to this!
Dirk was shot several times, but he barely even flinched. He sacrificed himself for me. These ropes! I've got to help you!
Relax. It's going to be okay. Sorry things turned out this way, but doesn't look like I have much longer.
No, don't say that!
Hey, you're a spirit medium, aren't you? When I'm gone, I want you to channel my spirit.
Stop it! Don't give up like that!
You do untying a rope Like that'll be child's play.
No. Please, hang in there. You can still make it.
Promise. Promise me one thing, young lady. Isabel, my son.
Dirk. I was talking about you, Apollo. He said he wanted to see you one last time. So he asked me to return to the U.S. and channel his spirit.
He really said that?
Mm-hmm. He also said he'd been meaning to visit you for years but kept putting it off. And that this was his last chance.
You just show up here without warning after all this time. What gives? Came all this way to see you, son. Come, rejoice. Right, why don't you tell me the real reason you're here? Dirk, you really did come to the U.S. because you wanted to see me. I guess this means it was Inga that hid Dirk's body in the sarcophagus after Maya left the tomb.
Apollo, you can't stop now. Dirk would want you to keep pressing on.
I know, Miss Faye. I won't disappoint him. Defense, if you are ready to proceed, I would first have you answer this. Do you believe the accused's death will impact what we know about this case? Yes, and I believe I can explain everything now. Very well. Your explanation, please. Dirk entered the tomb at 3 p.m., the time the hostage exchange was to take place. Or rather, Dirk, as channeled by Ms. Faye, did. Now, by the time he entered the tomb at 3 p.m., Minister Inga was already dead. I say that because we know the minister was murdered at 2 p.m. But there was someone else in there. This person was already hiding in the tomb, waiting to channel Dirk in place of Miss Faye. Waiting. Oh, they were working together. Oh, thank goodness.
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it? The fact of the matter is, Queen Amara killed Minister Inga at 2 p.m. She then went to his private quarters and channeled his spirit. The minister, thinking he was going to be late, hurried to the tomb for the hostage exchange. But once in the tomb, Queen Amara stopped channeling Minister Inga and hid herself. Then, when Dirk entered at 3 p.m., she snuck up from behind and forcibly drove Dirk's spirit out of Ms. Faye's body.
Drove his spirit out of her body? Impossible.
Objection!
No, we've seen it happen several times. Actually, there is a way to do that. With a Magatama of parting, that is. Using one, anyone could drive a spirit out of a person's body, even if it refused to leave. Are you telling me that the extra pale brown Magatama in the tomb was... That it was... That's right, Prosecutor Sadmati, and you've seen one in action before. You saw how the glowing red Magatama sent the High Priest back to the Twilight Realm. And how it turned a spent, pale brown afterwards. In other words, the brown Magatama found in the tomb looks that way because its power had been used up in pushing Dirk's spirit out of Ms. Faye's body, right?
I probably passed out as soon as Dirk's spirit left my body. I was exhausted after channeling him for so long, after all.
After that, Queen Amara must have dressed Ms. Fey in her usual outfit and tied her up. Not sure where she got the outfit, but we can assume she had it all planned out. Then Queen Amara must have changed into Dirk's clothes, smeared blood onto them, picked up the knife, and channeled Dirk's spirit. That's how she made it look like Dirk had committed the crime. And that's how she escaped right under our noses. I don't know, Apollo. The whole thing still seems a bit far-fetched. Dirk, what was going through your mind while all this was unfolding? Still don't think she did it! Or at least, not the way it's been described so far. I don't think she killed anybody. So ultimately, it was all for naught. Wait, who is that? The Yuta? Those dreams of revolution Dirk was always spouting. They placed nothing but false hope in the minds of the people. And in the end, they were simply fantasies. Now, Yuta, how can you... Palma has spoken. The dream of revolution has withered on the vine. Its fate is sealed. The other insurgents will soon wake from their shattered dreams. No, Dirk's dream can't die like this. Not going to sit back and let that happen. I can't and I won't. Now, Yuta, don't forget that Dirk's been proven innocent. His name is no longer tainted by the charge of murder. Now, the rebels and their sympathizers who have been calling for his release can't be charged with abetting the accused. So the revolution is far from over. It's only just begun.
Objection!
No, Dirk has not yet been proven innocent. You have merely indicated the possibility of his innocence. Then what do you mean? Dirk is indeed dead. However, what if it was Dirk who killed Minister Inga while being channeled by Ms. Fey? And while the crime could have occurred at 2 p.m., you have yet to substantively prove it. Or do you have conclusive proof that the time of Minister Inga's death was at 2 p.m.? Well, no, I don't, but...
It seems further testimony will be required of me. As it would appear that I have fallen under suspicion, I would like to state my case.
Prosecutor Sadmadi, the rebellion must be snuffed out once and for all. You must prove Dirk Sadmadi to be the foul murderer that he was. And every last insurgent and their sympathizers must be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act. As you wish, Your Eminence. Why isn't Yuta doing this? Iran shouldn't have him under her thumb anymore. Mara's not a hostage, so what gives? Now, Yuta, what's left to chain you to her like this? Very well then, Queen Amara. Please proceed with your additional testimony. Witness testimony.
You have no proof. Well done, lawyer. You have painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. Furthermore, Dirk could have committed the crime while being channeled by Ms. Fey. Now, let us end this charade. For the eternal glory of Koran and its people.
Do you understand
understand now, you putrid pepper. There is no point in defending Dirk any longer. It has all been in vain.
Let it go and move on, right? Not today.
Your theories are but a pillar of salt that crumbles at the slightest breeze. But no more. This ends here and now.
The defense may proceed with its cross-examination.
Okay. Cross-examination, start. Well done, lawyer. You have painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue.
Hold it!
Convincing others is all a part of a lawyer's trade, so I'll take that as a compliment. You would, wouldn't you? I suppose you have deceived countless souls with your lies. But I should not be surprised, considering you learned from him.
Him? You mean Dirk, right?
Yes, the man who deceived and seduced me, a grand priestess, with his silver tongue.
We are still talking about the case, right?
Surely you have heard of a lady falling for the wrong man before? Ah, but to think that I, of all people, would fall under that devil's spell.
How did they ever get together in the first place? Let alone procreate.
I would advise all here today to beware this lawyer's silver tongue, lest you too be unjustly painted as a criminal as I have been. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory.
Hold it!
I admit I don't have any solid evidence yet. Actually, I think I do. But you're the only one who could have committed the crime.
What on earth do you mean?
Including Ms. Faye, there are only 3 spirit mediums in Koran. Furthermore, when the crime scene was first discovered, Queen Garan was with me and Mr. Wright, while Ms. Faye was tied up in the tomb. That means that the Dirk we saw after the minister's murder could only have been channeled by you, Queen Amara. Insolent lawyer. Thee, forgive us your mercifulness. Really, Your Majesty?
Objection!
But have you considered the following defense? What if there was, unbeknownst to us, another spirit medium in Koran?
Objection!
Oh, come on. What are the chances?
You lack the evidence to support your claim that Queen Amara is the killer, which is why you have had us use the process of elimination to zero in on her. It therefore stands to reason that you would have to rule out all other possibilities as well. Well, can you eliminate the possibility of another spirit medium defense?
Of course I can't. Under the circumstances, Apollo, there are 2 ways to establish Amara's guilt. We either prove she killed Inga, or prove she was in the tomb. Which one can I actually prove? We can prove that she was in the tomb. I can prove that Queen Amara was in the tomb when the murder occurred.
It seems you're ever bent on painting me as the killer.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Very well, let us see some evidence that proves I was at the scene of the crime. You do have some, do you not?
Yes, I do. Oh. What about? Oh, here.
There is nothing to prove I was even at the scene of the crime.
I'm going to go ahead and present it. It may even be her fingerprint on it.
Objection!
Queen Amara. Does this pendant look familiar to you? Why, that is... We found it in the tomb, and it has the minister's blood on it. Which means it was probably dropped in the course of the crime.
Objection!
And I fail to see how it is relevant to your argument. Did that not belong to the accused? That's what I thought, too. After all, Dirk had said it himself. He said that? Yes, but it was a lie. Because I believe he was covering for someone. Covering? How? For who? There is a certain piece of evidence that shows the pendant isn't Dirk's. Fingerprints? Oh crap. Damn it. Oh. Right, he has a matching pendant.
Take that!
That's a photo of the accused's body, is it not?
Yes, it is. And I'd like to call your attention to a certain spot in it. This right here proves that the pendant that was found in the tomb wasn't Dirk's. They match!
Take that!
You will notice an object near Dirk's left arm. It's an identical pendant, except it's blue.
Oh, now that you mention it.
It's also a mirror of the pink one. Don't you find that a little strange? Why would he own two of them, but in different colors? Here's what I think. The pendants were meant to go together as a pair. A pair. If the blue pendant was Dirk's, then what about this pink one with Minister Inga's blood on it? Who do you suppose it belongs to?
Objection!
Sorry to disappoint, but no fingerprints were found on the pink pendant. Yes, sir. I know where one is. Therefore, we have no way of knowing to whom it belongs.
Objection!
But that's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Sadmati. I'm guessing you didn't know that this pendant is actually a locket. Come again. Now this is where it gets interesting. When we open this locket up, we found a faint fingerprint inside, on the back of the lid to be exact.
What?
No. So now the question is, to whom does the fingerprint belong? Gotcha. Queen Amara. It belongs to you, doesn't it? Oh. It seems I've truly rendered the witness speechless this time around.
This cannot be. Mother, tell me, tell me it does not belong to you.
Nayuta, I... Think about it, Queen Amara. Dirk must have realized that you were channeling his spirit. And he had probably already figured out who the minister's killer was. And yet, he still claimed that the pink pendant belonged to him. But why would he do such a thing? You really don't know? He was protecting you. Because he loved you. He loved you until his very last breath and beyond. Oh shit, maybe she really did kill him. I don't want that to be the case.
I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did.
Dirk knew everything, even that he was being used. But he kept quiet, all for your sake. Dirk, why do you always... Well, Queen Amara? Dirk, the one whose love for you never wavered all these years. Are you going to betray him now? Dirk, I... Ah! Okay, what was that? What just happened?
This cannot be. I refuse to accept it.
Queen Amara, are you ready to confess to your crime? I can deny it no longer. The truth is, it was I, Amara Sikato Korean, who slew Minister Inga. But damn it! How are we supposed to get Korean?
That's preposterous! Why? This is beyond belief! Mother, why would you?
Forgive me, Nayuta. I never wished to cause you such sorrow. But I had no choice. It was the only way.
The only way? So in the end, Queen Amara and Dirk Sodmati. I suppose this means that they were unable to reconcile while he was still alive.
I don't think the state of the kingdom or the incidents of the past would have allowed that.
They're prisoners of their shared history, so to speak.
Queen Amara, there's something I need to know. You had staged a near-perfect crime. So why did you bring this pendant into the tomb with you? You should have known it could come back to haunt you. I do not really understand it myself. I had nearly been assassinated by my own husband, yet I could not bear any hatred toward him. I was unable to discard this or part with it for even a short time. As with Dirk, I have never stopped loving my husband for the past 23 years.
Mother.
So she really believes it? That Dirk tried to assassinate her? Damn it! Oh. I guess this is the rug. I guess the Ace Attorney is doing the rug pull that I claimed that they weren't going to do. Your Majesty, is it not time? Time to declare Dirk innocent? I would ask that you do this for my beloved, who now dwells in the Twilight Realm.
Very well then. Your Eminence, Prosecutor Sadmati, if you have no further objections. No, this cannot be.
My mother? I have no objections. Dirk, I did it. I finally did it. I proved your innocence. But at what cost?
Very well then. Being that Queen Amara yet lives, we can no longer charge the accused with an assassination that never came to fruition. As for the murder of Minister Inga, the truth has been laid bare for all to see. Therefore, I will now pass judgment upon the accused, Mr. Dirk Sardmati.
What? What? Your benevolence? I cannot accept this.
Is something the matter, your benevolence?
Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father.
What's with her all of a sudden? Is this some sort of lingering affection toward Nina?
Rafa? Speak the truth, Queen Amara. Did you really kill my father? Yes. There is no mistake.
She has confessed to the crime, thereby clearing the accused of all suspicion. As such, I see no need to continue these proceedings.
Bobcat! Horned head! Are you going to let this stand?
Dirk's been proven innocent and he's about to be declared not guilty.
Even so, something doesn't feel right. Ooh.
Apollo? If you have any doubts, now's the time to raise them. After all, the courtroom is a place for finding the whole truth. But it's all up to you.
Oh boy.
There are definitely things that don't quite add up. Does this mean that the whole truth hasn't been brought to light yet? Should I push to continue this trial?
Yes!
Your Majesty, I have a feeling we haven't discovered the whole truth. The only way we'll ever find it is to continue this trial.
On it!
Very well then. Will the defense please tell us this? What important fact about this case has yet to come to light?
Motive? Was it the motive? It's gotta be the motive, right? Yes? Queen Amara?
There's something I still don't understand.
What was your motive for killing Justice Minister Inga? That is a fair question, and one that I shall now answer. It was for the future of this kingdom that I slew Unca Crunk. To avert further tragedy, his death was an unfortunate necessity.
Further tragedy?
Over the past several years, Minister Inga had been rapidly expanding his power. He had established the secret police and was relentless in his pursuit of the insurgents. He even had the overwhelming support of the people, but still he was not satisfied. Hungry for more power, he began planning a coup d'etat.
You mean his plot involving the Founder's Orb which led to Maya Fey's abduction?
Yes. Minister Inga planned to use the orb to gain access to great spiritual power, after which he would assassinate Garan and usurp the throne. His machinations were reminiscent of that terrible tragedy of 23 years ago. And as one affected by that incident, Amara vowed to never allow a repeat of such events. Yes, and the Holy Mother delivered unto me the perfect opportunity to fulfill my vow. Security amid the courtyard was rather light due to the rite of channeling, and Inga had barricaded himself in the tomb with his hostage, away from prying eyes. I knew I would never again have such a perfect opportunity, so at 2 p.m. during the rite of channeling, I slipped into the tomb and slew the minister.
Got what?
There it is.
My bracelet. Follow.
Yep.
It seems this trial is far from over.
Queen Amara, I believe you're still hiding something. But if you want to keep on playing this game of hide and seek, then let's start with that last statement you made. If I must. I had to actually press the button. All right. Then, well. Oh, whoa. Oh, too late. Damn it. Can I skip ahead? No. There it is.
Gotcha!
Queen Amara? You're not very comfortable talking about the 2 o'clock rite of channeling, are you? I can tell because the finger on your left hand twitched almost imperceptibly when you did. Oh? And that pose you make. Is there something about your chest that makes you nervous? Whatever do you mean? Murder occurred at 2 p.m. I'm pretty positive Amara was in the tomb at that time. So then why is she so self-conscious about her chest when she talks about the rite? Rite of channeling? Didn't Albie snap a picture of it? Oh my god, are we back to my original theory that she was disguised as her sister? Queen Amara, I have here a picture of the rite of channeling. It was secretly taken by a certain individual.
Objection!
Such insolence!
I mean, the evidence is... You're just flaunting your evidence in front of everybody, Garan. Maybe if you were a little more modest. Oh my god, that's even more evidence that Rafa is Amara's daughter. That, similar proportions. I would have that perpetrator's name at once! Sorry, no can do. You see, I just happened to find it on the ground, so... So you'll take me for a fool! Eh. How about we discuss the photo's origin a little later, because right now... there's something much more pressing at hand. I believe this photo merits further examination. I just wish there was more to see in it than darkness and more darkness. Certain lack of cleavage, maybe. We might be able to make out a few more details with some image adjustments. Let's ask Em if she can help.
Bailiff, please summon Detective Sky to the Hall of Justice.
Here you are. I was able to obtain a much clearer image by raising the brightness. Wait, that's a scar. Oh. What's that right there?
An injury? No, wait, I think it's a burn scar.
Ew. Hey? Well, again with flaunting the evidence. Wait a second. Your Eminence. You don't have a burn scar like that on your chest. What's going on here? If the person in this photo isn't Queen Garan, then who is it?
Take that!
Oh, damn it! Ah! Ignore me. I'm being a dumbass. Oh, sorry, slip of the hand. Yes, it was. Oops. Would you look at that? A slip of my hand. There's one person involved with this case who is likely to have a burn scar. Yes, I know. And it's certainly not Her Eminence. All right, let's try that again. There.
Take that!
Queen Amara, the person in this photo, isn't Queen Garan. It's you posing as her, isn't it? The two of you look quite similar, but that's no surprise considering you're sisters. Even the shape and position of your facial tattoos are almost exactly the same. And you are both capable of channeling spirits. Therefore, it would have been easy for you to impersonate Queen Garan. Queen Amara, you have a burn scar on your chest, don't you? Please remove your round mandala so we can see what's behind it for ourselves. Excuse me? Oh! Eek! Look! It's the exact same burn scar as the one in the photo.
But I don't understand.
I knew it. So the person in this photo really is. Wait a minute. I read the wrong voice. So the person in this photo really is. Yeah, it's Queen Amara.
This is absurd. Are you suggesting they switch places?
Amara's confession earlier was also false. Mother, what is the meaning of this? Don't you see, this changes everything. We know for a fact that this photo was taken at 2 p.m., the exact time the murder took place.
But that would mean Queen Amara couldn't possibly have committed this crime.
Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi. So Minister Inga's killer couldn't have been Queen Amara.
I am afraid I no longer follow defense. Was it not Queen Amara who channeled the minister and the accused to stage the crime?
Yes, that fact has not changed. We have evidence placing her at the scene of the crime. And Dirk could have only been there in the tomb if she were channeling him. Which means, while Queen Amara did use spirit channeling to stage the crime, she didn't kill Minister Inga. His real killer is someone else.
Kunka!
What's going on here? Was I messing on this cover for someone?
If Queen Amara is not the killer, then who is it?
Isn't it obvious? Why was this rite held in the first place if Queen Garan wasn't going to perform it? Who was behind the two sisters switching places and for what reason? The answers to these questions, along with the establishment of Queen Amara's alibi, obliterate a certain someone else's alibi.
Take that!
But is that some kind of a joke?
No, Your Majesty, I could never joke about something so grave. The only one who seemed to have a perfect alibi at the time of the murder was Her Eminence Karan Segatua Karan. Queen Amara, didn't your sister Queen Karan ask you to pose as her and perform the rite of channeling? And didn't she also have you drive Dirk's spirit from Ms. Faye's body and then stage the crime to make it look like he was the minister's killer? And at 2 p.m., while you were performing the rite of channeling as Queen Garan, didn't she kill Minister Inga while disguised as Dirk? Will your mercifulness... It's no use trying to hide it any longer. You need to tell us the truth now, Mother. Justice Minister's Inga's true killer is... Oh crap. Little obvious, but yeah, that'll definitely shut her up. Mother! No! I really did it! Your Eminence, my life is yours! Isn't he one of Garan's royal guards? Queen Amora! Bailiff, arrest our guardsman! Mother! Garan couldn't have. Could she? Of course she could. Someone call for an ambulance, quickly now! To be continued in the next episode. To the outro! Good news. Dirk's innocent. Bad news, he's dead. More good news. Amar is also innocent. More bad news, she's been shot. Honestly, short of killing everyone in the courtroom and claiming the insurgents did it, and you can't prove it because there are no witnesses left alive, I don't see how she's planning to get out of this one. I mean, sure, she can claim the guard acted on his own, but not even the judge is stupid enough to buy that. Although he's probably afraid enough to pretend he does. So I guess we'll have to wear down all of her weak-ass excuses until she flips out and tries to kill everyone. In the meantime, up here's the playlist of my Persona 5 Royal playthrough, and down here's a video that YouTube recommends. And a very special thank you to all of my supporters on YouTube and Patreon. Your support is very much appreciated. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!